It is now time for the Goog to recap the entire plot of Valkyria Chronicles 4 in, I don't know, hopefully 5 minutes or less. Don't hold me to that. So there's war, right? It's bad. We're in Europe, but with an A. It's Europa, but it's functionally Europe. And you've got the big, bad, evil empire, which is basically Germany. This is all basically World War II. So you've got the big, bad, evil empire, and they're invading a bunch of places, including the tiny little nation of Gallia, where 90% of our heroes are from. 90% of our heroes are from the tiny little nation of Gallia, and they're dealing with their hatred of the Darksons, who are basically Jews, because I cannot stress enough how much Valkyria Chronicles 1 is just baby's first World War II allegory. But it's Valkyria Chronicles 4, and we've kind of done the whole Darkson plot, so it's just kind of there simmering in the background, and it hasn't had the camera pointed at it yet, and we're probably too close to the edge to start pointing it that way. So anyway, the big bad evil empire invades the tiny little country of Gallia, and also, like, fucking everywhere else. So, in addition to the tiny little country of Gallia, there's the big good Federation, which has been locked in war with the Empire for functionally forever, and all of these Gallian people, for reasons that I frankly forget because they don't matter, decide to join the Federation army and go fight the Empire. For you see, while the Empire is invading Gallia, the Federation has a plan. And that plan is, fuck it, we're gonna invade you fuckers, fuck you. We're gonna march troops right up your roads into your capital and blow the shit out of you. Fuck you. So they launch this invasion force, right? And it goes pretty well, actually, until it turns out that there's an evil fucker. And the evil fucker has a dude with a kick-ass tank as a minion, and a creepy dude, and two identical weird creepy chicks with different colored hair, and also a Valkyria. And the Valkyria are like secret gods from the past or whatever, and the creepy dude has all of these minions at his disposal, and they're awesome. And they start turning the tide of the war in favor of the Empire, and shit goes bad for the Federation, and blah 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 blah. Eventually, all of the people in the Federation have to beeline for the coast because shit goes bad, right? They get to this little imperial town, and they make friends, and they get free stolen war effort goods or whatever, and they go a little bit further, and then it's like, oh shit, we're fucked, they're actually good at war now, let's turn around and haul ass to the fucking ocean, it's time for plan B. So the Federation troops turn around and haul ass for the fucking ocean, meaning that they have to go back through the tiny little imperial town they were in like a week ago. You remember how they got those stolen war assets? Well, it turns out that the Empire doesn't like when people in tiny little imperial towns give away their stolen war assets, so they kind of burned the village to the ground and strung up the merchant from a telephone pole with a sign that says, "This is what happens when you steal from the Empire." Yeah, not good. So, the Federation army is turning around and hauling ass for the fucking ocean because they need to regroup. It's time for Plan B. Except, our heroes, this one little squad, have discovered that there's a very important supply depot, just like a tiny little ways away from the most direct path to the haul ass to the fucking ocean. So they decide, you know what, we can haul ass to the fucking ocean tomorrow. Let's take out this little supply depot. And they take out the little supply depot, and it's well and good and great or whatever, and then they resume hauling ass to the fucking ocean so that they can regroup with everyone in the invading Federation army and go on boats or whatever. Turns out that the Empire was waiting for everybody at the fucking ocean. And because Squad E took a day to not haul ass to the fucking ocean, everyone who did haul ass to the fucking ocean got fucking killed. Which means that everyone who survived, which is like 2 plot relevant people, are very mad at Squad E. But surprise, it turns out that the reason we were hauling ass to the fucking ocean was that the Federation has count them, three super awesome mystery boats, which are awesome and great and can plow through the icy ocean, whatever, to get to the capital, which again was the plan. The plan from the beginning, as far as we knew at the time, was that we were going to storm through the Empire, capture their capital, and once we have their capital, they're going to be like, well, shit, I guess we can't do war anymore because we don't have a capital. It's not like we can just call another city our capital. We don't have a capital anymore. I guess we lose the war. So, these three magical mystery boats with secret power sources you're not allowed to know go off an ice warning. But it turns out that the Empire is very much aware of these secret ice boats because they keep throwing shit at us over and over and over and over and over again. And one of the secret awesome ice boats gets destroyed, and one of the secret awesome ice boats, the one that we're in, gets kind of disabled. And it can't go anymore because for whatever reason, its magical mystery power source is just not working. At the exact same time as our ship loses whatever magical mystery power source we're not allowed to talk about is propelling it through the ice or whatever, at the exact same time, we discover on board a tiny amnesiac child. The tiny amnesiac child is very sweet and friendly and helpful and seems to have a supernatural amount of stamina because she never gets tired and also has amnesia and was in the secret power compartment that nobody was supposed to go into, but we went into where we found the child, and nobody makes the connection that the tiny amnesiac child is also a Valkyria, making her a tiny Valkyrian child who is painfully, obviously propelling the fucking ship, implying that there are three tiny Valkyrian children propelling these awesome mystery ships, which makes the Federation awful. So, we just make friends with the tiny child, and we keep limping along with our crippled ass boat, which can't go boat as good as a boat because it doesn't have its mysterious power source, which we haven't figured out yet. This goes on for like 6 goddamn chapters before somebody, the Valkyria on the other team, is like, hey, wait a minute. That's a tiny Valkyrian child. Oh my god, the Federation is using tiny Valkyrian children! And the creepy guy on the Empire team is like, I know, right? They're the fucking worst. By the way, I'm a turncoat. I foreshadowed this 8 chapters ago, but you didn't remember it. So it turns out that, yes, the tiny Valkyrian child is, in fact, a tiny Valkyrian child. And we realize that the tiny Valkyrian child has been powering the ship, and then there's a crisis and the ship's gonna explode or whatever, at which point the tiny Valkyrian child, having been essentially, not literally, but figuratively, whacked upside the head in the manner of an old television by the big tall Valkyrian lady, says, oh right, I'm a tiny Valkyrian power source child. I should go source power or whatever. So she goes back into the secret boat compartment, grabs onto the little toy steering wheel and goes, wee, boat! And that makes the boat go boat, which means that now we have a fully functioning awesome mystery ship. But also, at the same time, the second of our 3 awesome mystery ships also goes kaboom, and this one goes kaboom in like big nuclear bomb fashion. And it is at this point that everyone in the game realizes, wait a second, these ships are powered by tiny Valkyrian children, and we've killed 2 of them. So, well, gee, that's bad. And then we keep trundling toward the capital for a while, and then the captain has a heart attack or whatever. He gets wounded in a fight, and he tells Claude that actually, this whole thing, whole thing from soup to nuts, from invade to the beginning. Invade, and then, oh shit goes bad, and then haul ass to the fucking ocean. You remember how haul ass to the fucking ocean was like an improvised plan B that we came up with on the fly? Bullshit. Turns out that was the actual plan, because the actual plan was to get actual troops on the actual boats powered by tiny Valkyrian children, and then drive those boats straight into the fucking capital and nuke the capital city using the power of tiny Valkyrian children hydrogen bombs. I'm not exaggerating. That was the plan. That was the Federation's plan. And Claude heard this and was like, well, I guess we're pot committed now. Be bad if the Empire won the war, so little Jimmy H. bombs it is! Yay! So now, we're taking our boat, which is powered by the tiny Valkyrian children who we met and fell in love with or whatever. That tiny Valkyrian child is just in the boat, grabbing her little steering wheel, going, wee, boat, and causing the boat to boat all the way up to the capital city. And once we get there, the plan is still, even though the main character of the fucking game is in charge of the mission right now, at this very moment, the plan is still to nuke the capital city with the power of a tiny Valkyrian child H-bomb. I don't think that's actually gonna happen, but that's still the plan. Also, the evil creepy guy is Kai's brother, and he's a turncoat, and there's name garbage, and it's very complicated, and Valkyria Chronicles 4 is like someone took Valkyria Chronicles 1 and was like, let's make it a lot. Ghosty asks if the boat can boat through the ice because of the tiny child. Yeah, basically. The boat can boat through the ice because of the tiny child, and I guess it can boat over islands because the tiny Valkyrian child. Yeah, that sounds about right. This has been the _Goog recaps the plot of Valkyria Chronicles 4 in apparently 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Oops. Oh, God. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an upload. And if you want to catch the streams live, go to twitch.tv/the_Goog. The stream schedule is on screen now.